There's got to be a better fade out for
Yeah,
that
there was
option.
no fade out. There's no fade out.
No. Ladies
Hello.
and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Alex?
Hello,
Morsey?
gentlemen.
Morsey, should I say?
How are we?
Swell. How are you?
Splendid.
I am great. Wednesday night, special drams. We're ready.
This is an exciting virtual. This is
is.
very exciting. In fact, this is the only time this has ever been done in the world, and not just in Australia, but in the world. And that's legit. There's. Do you mind? I'll start.
No, go. Yeah,
Go.
yeah.
So we've got 4 venue exclusives tonight, and lighting issue.
And a new light.
And a new light, obviously. One of our fluoros just woke up after years of. Okay, we've got new. We've got 4 venue exclusives and Adam's gathering bottling for 2025. Now I'll let Adam talk more about the gathering bottlings, but the mere fact that we're able to get these venue exclusives, I just want to stress to those following along at home or those who got a pack or those watching live with us right now that you can't buy these bottlings even when you're in the UK online. These are only in person at the venues, and the venue managers and their teams pick out these casks once a year. And I twisted some arms and got these bottles sent over to Australia. And I was only able to secure this one set for this virtual tasting and another set for the giveaway,
Yes.
which Adam again will talk more about.
And it's so special because for those members who've, taken advantage of the reciprocal nature of the society globally and gone to the venues in the UK, it's not just that you can't buy these online in the UK. You can't buy another venue's bottle at the wrong venue. So if you wanted this lineup, you would have to hop around all UK venues and try the bottles there.
And for those unfamiliar with that, that means you'd have to go to Edinburgh, at 2 different locations in Edinburgh. You'd then have to get a train or a bus or drive over to Glasgow. And then you'd need to also get a long train or a short flight over to London to get all of these bottles. So I was very lucky that we managed to source them out of one location, our UK warehouse. I was only able to get, obviously, 2 bottles of each. I would have loved to have got a set for myself. I'd got 2 bottles of each with the full intention of me buying a set. This didn't happen.
Like this giveaway to whatever members, as if they're important. Where's my set? But
yeah. The set could be yours. Honestly, all you have to do is buy a gathering bottle. Beneficence of Bees, Matt's pick from last year, or Carpenter's Kitchen, my pick from this year. As you can see by our amazing video quality today.
It's high quality, but we've got too much light. There's something going on with the light.
We're trialing some new things. Matt is not a ghost, so all good. Amit, thank you for joining us. Mark Teague, thank you for joining us. Yes, the boom is almost as impressive as Bailey's. Sans the almost. As Matt said,
he's talking about your boom.
Yeah, the boom.
Yeah, it's almost as impressive.
Yeah, I said sans the almost because it is.
We're getting into Latin real early. All right.
So we do have an amazing virtual tasting for you guys tonight. And I'll quickly apologize for those who are tuning in because our brand advocacy manager, Lachlan Watt, had a personal matter to attend to. He won't be joining us tonight. But the 3 amigos are here, and we're going to start off strong with a nice sherried 55.
Beautiful.
Which, again, you cannot try anywhere in Australia. You can't buy even online in the UK. As Matt said, this is a venue exclusive to the Vaults. The Vaults is our spiritual home. Everything began there in 1983 with our glorious founder, Pip Hills.
Not talking too much about other bottlings either, but 55s in this profile, kind of 15 years in sherry, are highly sought after. And so I think not only, they get snapped up for the venue bottlings, but Japan branch, China branch love this style. And so I think a lot of 55s that look like this often don't make it to Australia. So this is extra special.
Yeah. This is a cool label as well. So this was definitely influenced by Josh Hampshire. Big shout out to Josh and Miguel and the team at the Vaults who run the venue over there. But they picked out this 55 for their venue, which they knew that they know what they like, and they know what the locals to the Vaults like and what they like to come in for. And you're right, Alex. I mean, that Japan branch especially has had a string of these big sherried 55s. We've had a couple through as well. We've got a 55 in the November and December outturn. which is we just tasted it for the first time today, and it's delicious whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like something like this, keep an eye out for November outturn coming through soon.
I think
The
these were
preview of
the. Sorry, I mean, I think these were the. I think .83 and 84 or .84 and 85 were the China and Japan picks in my gathering year selection. So
yeah,
that's right.
Snapped up.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, this is my first time. No. Have you tasted these before, Matt?
I have. Yeah, I have tasted these. The name on this one is particularly apt for what it tastes like. It's called a bowl of trail mix and a glass of Malbec. And for me, on the nose on this is immediately quite nutty, like that. The trail mix, like with the almonds and papaya, like shaved dried papaya and dried pawpaw, and it's definitely a bit winey, a bit Malbec-y.
Yeah, it's got that slightly from the Malbec kind of reference. It's got that slight earthiness. It's a little bit savoury in that earthy way.
I'm getting a lot of like cinnamon must.
Musty's good call because it's got that like sort of tertiary character to it.
Mark Teague says Halloween themed lighting. That's a spot on, Mark.
Yep.
You saw through our ruse.
We promise it's not that bright in here. It's just our camera's really showing us it's really bright, but we're doing the best we can here. I wouldn't worry so much about the lighting. This is about the whiskey. This is about the whiskey tonight.
When those two boys say, "Look at the color on that," grain of salt, everyone.
Look at the color on that. Yeah,
it's shiny amber.
Look at the color in Alex's video. That's the reference video.
I've got a little white thing up behind here, so I'll hold it here if you want to.
Don't do that.
Color is so important, Adam. You know this. It's the most important characteristic.
That's true. That's true. How it looks and how it's painted.
That's good.
If you have tuned into our previous live streams, you might know that we occasionally change up the lineup on the night. Tonight is how it is on the menu. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back page.
Ooh.
I haven't tasted mine yet, but that nose is really good. Like so deep. Right.
It's a really good nose. It's really it's way more savory than I remember it. And it's like every time you see deep rich and dried fruits, I think a lot of members, and even myself still, you have that sort of vibe of like, I'm expecting, sweetness and fruitcake and dried cherries and things like that. But you're like, no. Actually, sometimes you get nuts. Sometimes you get like almond paste and almond meal and you get all these different goodies in there that you just weren't expecting. And I think the Malbec is a good call on that one.
Great point. Because I'm getting it's very desserty in that it's got some savory, but it is also quite sweet, obviously. And I'm getting, you mentioned almond, but I am getting that full like frangipane, like closed baked good, French patisserie kind of vibe off it as well. On the nose, I haven't even tried it yet.
It was quite prickly on the palate for me. Which I wasn't expecting because it's not really a very high ABV.
No, it's also it's got that whole sort of thing going on. Like, sorry, before I go into that, I did see a message from one of our regular live streamers, one of our regular virtual tasters, in a comment a week or two ago saying, shout out to Betty if you're watching, but that she asked, where's the pricing on this? The prices are missing from these bottles and your menus, because as I said. You can see there's 2 in Australia of each of these. They don't have prices.
No.
They don't exist here.
They were purposely omitted.
Yeah. And it was quite expensive for us to bring these in and fly them into the country so that we could share these. We are tasting these now as a virtual, and you can taste them in the venues, and that's it.
The UK venues.
UK venues, I should say.
They bottled that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these were not like these. It's not like we can say to you, oh, this is $199 a bottle or something. It's not. It's actually probably much more than that once it's landed.
Yeah, return flight to Scotland, couple of trains in there, some quite expensive trains if we're including the Greville Street one for later. Call it $5,000.
I could have put that on there.
That's on economy class as well, isn't it? Come on.
Oh,
go. Come on.
Oh yeah. First class Emirates or nothing, mate.
Yeah, first class.
30 grand.
Yeah, I know how to get to the venues, mate. It's first class Emirates. Come on.
Your charter helicopter from Edinburgh Airport, like straight
charter.
onto the roof of the vaults.
No, please.
How else do you get from Edinburgh Airport? Take a car?
Well, a car or a bus or something? No, come on.
Society branded monocles coming to you soon.
That was nice, but as you said, it wasn't as sweet. Like the most sweetness I had was that sort of cinnamon trail mix nut, note to it. There wasn't any of that syrupy or sugary. I mean, I didn't get much of the frangipani anything, but I guess the cinnamon walnuts is my equivalent of that tasting notes for my palate. But that was just great. It was just good cured whiskey,
It's good fun. That's definitely one of those whiskeys where I'd like a bottle of it.
Yeah,
like that is one I always love that. Actually, Alex, is it Phil's story? Is that a Phil story thing? Like, I go a dram or a bottle.
Yeah, yep. It's like I'd take another dram, I'd take a couple more drams, I'd take a whole bottle of it.
Yeah, that's a whole bottle. That falls into the rating of I'd love a bottle of that. Yeah. You taste some whiskeys, some members might associate with this, but you taste some whiskeys and you go, I really enjoyed a dram of that, but I'd struggle with a bottle.
That's right.
And like you enjoyed the dram, but you just know that that's the kind of whiskey that would sit on your shelf for some months untouched again because it's not your normal style of whiskey. That one I would like a whole bottle of.
Yeah, and I think, Adam, to your point about the ABV, I think you're sort of right. Like the initial wave on the palate is it's quite big in that alcohol sense, but it's quickly over, and so it doesn't have any type of there's no mid-side back palate burn. I think it's quite quaffable. And I think that's where we're going with that agreement, Bailey, because it's like you could easily pour another one of those happily straight away.
Mark Horschel says, and robes? What does this mean?
Is that like the Emirates robes?
Emirates first class.
Oh, yeah. We've got to remember when people have said things and when comments come through. It's very difficult.
Yeah. we need a timestamp references.
Yeah, we talk a lot of shit. We're moving fast here.
Yeah,
I mean, we've got to make sure that we get around to these things.
Dov, hope you're going to join us on the rewatch.
Yeah,
we won't be there, but we will be.
We'll be there in spirit. We'll be there on screen, but you can watch back at a later time, of course.
Paul, good to see you, gentlemen. You three have some beautiful looking hair today. That's true.
It is also very true.
Yes,
very true. Very true.
I've been mocked for my hair all day because I washed my hair and apparently it looks small and thin and I look like a child.
But
That's
silky.
what I'm told by many people.
The hair.
Yeah, you don't need to wash your hair to look like a child. You've already got a baby face. Don't worry about it, mate.
That's true. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Society merch, Mark. The robes. That's a good call, actually.
Those robes.
Flavor profile robes. As some of you may know, we're changing the flavor profiles from 12 to 8. Mid next year, we'll see it here.
Yeah.
8 society robes, all in flavor profiles.
That's on your budget, mate. That's not on
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all my budget. Don't worry, man. I got this. Mark Warshaw says the man bun's gone. Yes, it is.
It is. I got a haircut. It's true.
Yeah. All right. Shall we rock and roll?
Let's. Cool. Okay. So,
into the carpenter's kitchen.
Into the carpenter's kitchen. Let's go. This is the one that you can get. You should pour. You should pour this.
You missed an opportunity there, Matt, to say you can, but you shouldn't. You should buy Beneficence of Bees, obviously. Obviously do that.
No. What you really should do is actually buy the duo bundle.
Wait for it. Keep going. Yeah. So you can buy Beneficence of Bees, which was my pick from last year. You can buy Adam's pick, Into the Carpenter's Kitchen, from this year. Or, you know what? Kill two birds with one stone. Get both. There's a bundle at the moment on the website. I don't know
it's all right. They can't see that. That's fine.
The stone is twice as big, though, like cash-wise.
Look, you got to spend the money to save money.
That's true.
It's worth it, though. They are good casks.
They're very different. And Adam and I have very different palates.
And that's the best part. You can get 2 contrasting flavors for a great price, both selected by Australian branch employees. For our members, we got the entire cask of both. For this one, it was 190. So we got all bottles. I think we've only got 70 left on the website.
And for those completists, it will be the last time that Australian, any gathering selected bottles are done in the flavour profiles that exist now.
That's true.
That's true,
Actually,
yeah.
That's a
you know
good
what?
nose, man. This is so good. I love this bottle, actually.
Just a quick note on this. I featured this bottling. I featured Adam Gathering bottling at the Bellarine Whiskey Festival last weekend, and one of the resounding comments from people tasting it was, I heard quite a few people say, "Oh, I just got this bottle and I haven't opened it yet, so I'm keen to taste it," which is good.
Thanks for purchasing.
And then the second one I heard was, "This does not drink like it's at 64.4%."
No, it doesn't.
It's quite a punchy proof on that.
Yeah. No, and I mean, for those who I guess have watched our YouTube video or come to the Melbourne Gathering event where I did a little presentation, you've heard this story, but I was basically presented with 3 samples earlier this year. It was February, I believe.
They're up here somewhere.
Yep. So they're actually sort of over here in the bright light. And one of them, I saw the spec of it before I got it. I thought this is going to be the one. It was an ex-Australian muscat cask. I'm like, it's going to be great. You know, perfect story and everything. I tasted it, and it's not that it was a bad whiskey. It's just it wasn't what I wanted it to be, and I did not think our members would enjoy it. There was a 18 as well, and that was good. That was a hot contender. As soon as I tried this 95 though, I'm like, this is it. And I tried it again a day later. I thought this is fantastic. So some of my tasting notes that I got when I first tasted it were that sort of like Samboy barbecue chip notes, you know, like the crisps, the dry chips, and 7-Eleven slushy syrup, which is sort of came to me after it had been in a glass for a bit. Sort of that really like not quite thick, like it's a thin syrup, but just really sickly sweet.
It's actually I agree. I didn't get that. I probably do get it now. You've said it, but also I got a vanilla essence, like it's an intense vanillic thing that's running through it, which maybe where the crossover is. But I think this is a great segue from 55.95 too, because both I think have sweetness and savouriness not competing with each other in glass.
No, absolutely. This is less nutty, and
more oak sort of driven as the savoury component.
Well, it's 11 years in ex-bourbon barrel, but then 3 further years in HTMC. So heavy toast, medium char. Amit made a great point. I actually haven't had a bad 95, and this one is next level. Amazing. Adam, thank you. Already got one, and the more I have it, I feel like picking up another one. One to drink and one to keep. Appreciate the words, Amit. And I know you came up to me and we spoke about it on the Saturday night just gone past as well. After the Melbourne tasting, if you do decide to get another bottle, you get another entry into the competition to win the full set of UK gathering bottles, which are tasting tonight. So, you know, bonuses all around.
It's it's just so it's so silky. This one, it's just got like this lovely sort of like. It's such an easy drinker. I added a drop of water, but I don't think it needs it. Which is kind of unusual for that whiskey's that proof.
You've done that a few times when tasting this one. I've noticed that you've added a drop of water to it.
Well, because I see 64.4, and I think it
scares you, doesn't it? You're intimidated by the number.
Yeah, I'm quite new to cask strength whiskey, so I just think that it needs a bit of it needs a bit of water, but I actually don't think it does. And I've done that twice now, and I've screwed up my dram twice. So
it is amazing though. The 56% of the first one, and then the 64 on this one. I agree. Even like the nose prickle is not here on this one. Like you're not ready for it. And then when you don't need to be ready for it, because then when you actually drink it, it doesn't translate to high proof either. It drinks very, very well.
Yeah. Mark, I briefly mentioned it before the 18, but the first one that I thought we were going to pick on spec, and you're going to hate me for this, was a 68. But trust me, I don't think it would have suited as the gathering cask. Otherwise,
because no one likes them except you, Mark. That's a fact.
I love 68. I love 68. Yeah. It also wasn't a DRDF 68. It was a sweet.
Oh, that's actually cool. That's rare. Well, relatively speaking.
I mean, I think we are gonna see some sweet fruity and mellow 68s come through before the new flavor profile changes.
Just on Amit's comment, by the way, about he hasn't had a bad 95. Neither have I. In fact, I'm gonna make a quick comment. I tasted 95.76, I think it was, over the weekend as well, which was I can't remember the name of it. It was Passion Fruits and Cough Sweets, I think it was called.
Yep.
Great whiskey. Again, like fantastic distillate out of 95 and hugely underrated. We're getting pushed out of screen even more here. We're just getting shoved out by our own captions.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't know what's going on here. So this was this is just great. This is just great.
And that was the spicy and sweet from
yeah, it was 15-year-old spicy and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, they often. It's interesting. The first one had the nut reference with the sort of trail mix concept, but I always find 95s have a nice nuttiness to them in their sort of savoury element, and lots have had nut related comments in the name. In fact, I think was corn and oil a 95 from way back, like in the old bold code era. Was it 95?
No, corn and oil was a 35. That was a 10-year-old Moscatel cask. How's my memory on that particular bottling?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Bottling.
I'm clearly conflating concepts, but I'm sure that 95 has had a few nut references in the name. Not that corn and oil are nut references, but I was going somewhere with the whole popcorn, savoury nut kind of concept to it.
Not adjacent.
Not adjacent.
In fact, I'll even give you the code. It was 35.150.
There you
corn
go.
And oil. There you go.
Not 105, which we're doing now. I'm confusing it even more. Forget everything I'm saying.
Well, let's confuse it even further. This year's gathering is a 95. Last year's gathering was a 59.
Yeah.
That was not planned. That's just fate.
And mine was a 94, just to throw the one digit later. We're just confusing everyone.
That's true, actually. That's true.
94. Yeah. Well, you are the president of the Feta Club. This is already known. This is
the what? Sorry.
The 94 Club.
Thank you.
Sorry, Net Feta Club. Club Feta.
Corbin, thanks for tuning in for a little bit.
And sorry, mate. You know what? I know it's probably 4 p.m. in Perth right now or something, so it's a bit early for if you're still at work watching this. But tune in later. I'm sorry we can't keep Western hours always here. And another great comment from Amit.
I do know that Stucken's working on a wonderful Christmas party though, so keep an eye out for that.
We will do in 2026. I'll commit to this and announce it, gents. We'll do a virtual where we do a Eastern Standard Time kind of tasting, and then we'll do like an after dark for the West, which is normal for you guys, but we'll just do the tasting twice, so we'll be drunk by the time we do yours.
And it'll be like 11 p.m.
Correct. You guys will hit a nice 7, 8. Yeah, exactly. We'll be martinis and drams in, and we'll host it at midnight our time.
Japanese Summit. Yeah, that's a good. I remember that. I was a 38-year-old from Distillery 95, and it was called Japanese Indian Summer in a Japanese
Indian
Garden.
Summer in a Japanese Garden.
Volts, I think.
Volts collection.
Yeah,
it was Volts.
That was an amazing whiskey as well. That was a 1982 cask from memory, or was it 80? Yeah, it was 82. Yeah, it was 82. Because I remember it was Dr. Aker's birth year, and that's why he got one. So there you go. Things you remember.
That's right. Did not get a discount in your face.
Wow.
We should have put Rob's face on that bottling, really. That really, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it just...
Never mind the months of logistics that are needed to plan that, but yeah.
No, but don't worry about
it. Not on the overall bottle, just on his bottle. Like, cut it out and then stick it on, Yeah.
So yes, just another reminder, that is the only bottle you can buy tonight from this selection.
Of course, there are other bottlings on the website. You can
so many other bottlings on the website
still get, but this one is the feature for tonight.
And maybe now is a good time actually to just throw in this one. Surprise, we're doing complimentary shipping tonight. All the way until Sunday, really, when you purchase 2 or more bottles. So chuck a gathering bottle in your cart and then grab something else off the website. Just enjoy.
Do that now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Just use the words Carpenter's Kitchen.
That's the one.
At checkout. And do you want to throw that up just once more, actually, if you no, you do your own thing. That's fine. That's fine. It's right Carpenter's Kitchen. There you go. When you purchase 2 or more bottles, it's runs for a few days.
Yep. You'll get an email about it after the stream as well.
Shall we?
I'm doing it. I'm drinking different whiskey.
Oh,
yeah,
Matt,
I'll do that.
It's interesting to note because and a shout out to Betty on this one, our one of our virtual regulars, who loves a good peated dram. Our last virtual tasting did not have any peat in it. This one has essentially 3. We've got an oily and coastal up next. We've got a lightly peated after that, and a heavily peated after that. So we're making up for lost time.
This is cool. Juggle lemons on the beach.
No.
What?
Sorry? That's not an employment direction, Adam. You're okay, mate. You don't have to do it.
Do it now.
That's not in my PD.
I'm very excited about this because members will remember that we have had an absolute like great run of 10 to 12 52s, lots in oily and coastal, but like doesn't really matter about the profile because they've all got that lovely unctuous spirit, and they've just had this amazing combo of citrus and lactose. It was like, I think it probably started with milking a cowfish, or like that was around when it was, coming out, that lactose was so prominent, and man, it works so well. It's like lemon custard and desserty and incredible.
Milking a cowfish, that was a great bottling.
That was a great.
That was one of those bottlings that I remember. That was one of the few that I've over the years where I've tasted it and gone, definitely not for me. Don't like that one bit.
There you go.
And then I come back and then it sells out or it vanishes. I then taste it again weeks later and go, oh damn, why didn't I not get a case of those? Because it was so good. But that was a real sort of like grower, because I didn't. It's not that I hated it. It's like, that's not for me. That's not my kind of whiskey. But then I tasted it later and I go, that is my kind of whiskey. And I regretted not getting it.
For me, this on the nose, and not exactly straight away. After maybe a few noses, strawberry yogurt, but like with a bit of funk,
like that yolk, like a tub of yolk play.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like,
yeah.
But it's still got that little bit of coastal funk to it as well. But it's got that creamy strawberry yogurt to it.
Great call.
100%, man. I'm with you 100% on the yogurt. I'm getting a stone fruit version of that yogurt. I'm getting like nectarine and peach, and even like the nectarine in syrup, but in a yogurt form. Very good.
Yeah, okay. Mark's just asked a good question. Does the shipping work on the bundle? And the answer is yes, it does, because that's technically 2 bottles. So you can grab the Duo bundle and put in the code, which is Carpenter's Kitchen, and again, complimentary shipping. It says lemon meringue in a bottle.
Yeah,
definitely citrus.
Yeah. It's got that zestiness.
I can't get over that strawberry yogurt comment.
I know,
it's fantastic. It's so good.
I wonder what the palate's going to be like.
I'm firmly on peach yogurt now.
So this is Bath Street's exclusive. This is technically the newest of our venues. It's been around for about 5 years now. They had a bit of a rough trot at the beginning because they basically opened the venue at the beginning of COVID. The venue, they've got the UK spent all this time and effort building this amazing new venue because Glasgow didn't have a venue, and a lot of members live in Glasgow. It's a bigger city than Edinburgh, and so it was sort of like, well, let's have a venue there. They scoped out a venue, they found one, and this is all down to a special shout out to Jan Darman at the time and Jessica Crummy, who looked after it all. And then they put it all together and went, here we go. And then it's like, I think the venue was open for maybe 3 weeks, and before the restrictions came in, I think they sort of did like a launch in 2020. So the venue is 5 years old this year, which is a happy birthday to Bath Street.
Yeah.
How time flies.
How time flies.
I mean, we visited it pretty much, very shortly after it reopened.
Yeah.
Because, beginning of 22.
And it's a great team there. Big shout out to Johnny, Georgia, and the whole team over at Bath Street, who really bring the whiskey to life in Glasgow. And Glasgow's it's actually a great whiskey city as well. Yeah, you've got so many good bars also in Glasgow anyway, many which are society partner bars, but well worth dropping into the Bon Accord among others, and a few others that escape my memory at the moment, but. Yeah, I think what Johnny and Georgia and the team have picked for this release is just sublime, and I think it's a real pleasure that we get even just a small taste of this really sort of like interesting and wild sort of whiskey. And Lemons on the Beach is a good call for it. It's got that sort of like it's got that sort of like waxed lemon skin and like strawberry Yoplait.
Yeah,
and going on soft caramel, a bit shortbready.
It's also just really nice to see an oily and coastal not from a 93 or a 4. I think today during the staff training, because there is an oily and coastal in November our term, and it's not a 93 or a 4, and it's just it's exciting to see that, because it's not a flavor profile that you see many distillery codes take the form of.
There ain't now wrong with distillery 4 in oily and coastal.
Absolutely not. And neither is there 93. So good. No, there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Absolutely.
Well, not there's anything wrong with that.
No. But it's just incredible to see it in some other flavor and other distillery codes that you don't often see in this flavor profile.
Yeah.
Mark, Kate and I tried this at Bath Street a few weeks back. Both of us couldn't stop thinking how good it was to the point where we went back to Bath Street. It opened to buy one last morning.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's such a lovely whiskey, and I'm so glad you got one. And it's just one of those phenomenal whiskeys. I can't get over that sort of like oily sort of lemon zest, and sort of like there's a bit of that yogurt note which I love as well in a whiskey, and it's like it's got a bit of that sort of like. The finish has got this sort of lovely sort of soft spice to it, and a bit woody, a bit sort of like earth and floor as well. Tiny bit of tarry rope.
If anyone else would like to try with water, Amit's just added a little bit and got in some fermented pickle, like kimchi sort of notes. Unfortunately, we cannot do that, so we have a very limited amount.
We've got less
at the office,
5 mils each in this for us in the rest of these bottles.
But that's the beautiful thing about it. With your 30 ml samples, you can experiment as you please.
Indeed.
I've got a really
Matthew,
annoying
thanks for
thing
tuning
where
in.
thanks, Matthew. Good to see you, Matt. I've got a
Hey,
really
mate.
annoying thing now where I can't, when you get the flavor, but you can't quite pin it down on this one. And I've just had it for the last like 3-4 minutes. Is it like a bit sandy and a bit rock pooly? Like, is that the maritime? And there's something in there that I'm getting. It's got a.
I get a tiny bit of that sort of like fishnets. And
For me, it's sort of like
a
dunnage funk,
salt.
like sort of wooden,
yeah.
funky oak. Well, not funky oak, but just funky wood.
I think it might be like
specifically.
the crystallized salt on something. Like when salted water gets on stuff, maritime stuff like ropes and whatever, and then it dries off and it's left with the salt from the water that after the water's gone. I think it's like boat ropes is what I'm getting.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
That's a great dram. That's a really good dram.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's just boat ropes.
Boat ropes, and that will change. That's one of those that'll evolve in the glass quite nicely, I think, over the course of this tasting or even a bit longer. I think. Very good. Very nice.
Great venue, Bath Street. If you are traveling and you're visiting our venues, make sure you put Glasgow on your itinerary.
Super colourful.
Yeah, very very warm and inviting place. It's getting a bit of a facelift at the moment in the next few weeks to help that sort of back area with where the booths and the bathrooms are. There's an area that no one really uses because it's sort of tucked away all the way on the back there. But it's getting a bit of a refit over the next few weeks, from what I understand, which will be in time for Christmas. Should be good. And I had some whilst I was working over in the UK, we had some fantastic sort of examples of of the venue needing a bit of help, where we found out one morning that a water pipe had burst out the back of the venue. And
is that where the coastal note comes from?
Yeah. And the whole back booth area was about 3 feet of water deep in the morning, which was fun. So
you should have just called it the immersive playroom.
Yeah, you could
the aquarium
room for a swim in there. It was good. It was good fun. So big shout out to Johnny, Georgia, the team over there. Fantastic stuff, and a great, hugely. That's probably my favorite so far of today of the venue exclusives, not including the Gathering Cast, which I love, but of the venue exclusives, that's my pick so far. But we have 2 more.
2 more, yeah. I was gonna say
that's the front runner so far. And the next one moves us to the busiest venue, which is Queen Street, right in the city of Edinburgh. So
immersive beachside buffet.
Buffet.
Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Parrot heads. Pina coladas.
Lightly peated.
I will say, Adam, before we do Dram 4 and 5, so far yours is my favourite of the 3.
Oh,
thank you. I will not contribute because I'm biased.
No,
but it's obviously mine.
Can neither confirm nor deny, but
I'm excited for the next 2 because I myself am also a peathead. And it's been a while since we've had a heavily peated. The Bunhaven in this October outturn, Life's a Riot. That was the first heavily peated we received in quite a while, several months. So that was beautiful. That was a lovely drop. I think there's a few bottles still left on the website. But I'm keen for the upcoming heavily peated. But it's also nice to have a lightly peated because some of them have been bangers.
Can we just say Highland Peat underrated?
Oh,
I mean, has been underrated for decades. You know, Isla dominates the thing, but like, man, just the campfire, the cigar ash, the non-iodine, non-medicinal dryness to the smoke. Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, the 121s and the 66s.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
beautiful
66.
66.
Yeah, just incredible stuff. Absolutely, Highland Peat is fantastic.
Also, I just want to. You said 66. Just a quick shout out for Distillery 66, where we've had everything from 7-year-old all the way up to 30 or to 27-year-old 66 has come through, and they are all fascinating. They're all just really good, different examples of that distillate. And the young ones are just phenomenal because they're sort of like brash and briny, and whereas the old ones have just like the old 66 we've had through in the last few years.
Sweet and Succulent Smoke comes to mind. That was an old and dignified.
So
fantastic.
An unbelievable whiskey. And I think they're underrated because if we were releasing 23 to 25-year-old Isla whiskies at that price, they'd vanish. But it's a Highland peated whiskey, so it's slower, but it's like try them and you go, and things like this as well. This like you're tasting them now. We're tasting a lightly peated 121. First of all, it's a code we don't see a lot of. In recent years, we've seen barely any. In fact, I can confidently say almost none.
No, you count them on one hand, wouldn't you?
two bottles.
I reckon there's under 5. Like it's very sparse. Yeah,
and this is there's been a string of peated distillate that we've been releasing through SMWS, and we were releasing them in the UK over the last year, where they were these just remarkable. We had one in the UK called something ambulance, an ambulance dram or something.
Oh yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I've had it. It's
phenomenal.
So I mean, that's almost bordering on it's showing what you can do with not quite the iodine, but like you can bridge the Isle of Peat gap with flavors like that.
Isn't that lovely?
That for me, that's just like just a skewer of like chicken, some capsicum. Calm down, okay?
For those playing along at home, and I'm going to expose them here. Adam's obsessed with skewers at the moment. Like, and I mean, I'm going to use the word obsessed with skewers. Like, let's be real. You love your skewers. Look, they're hot at the moment. They are hot at the moment.
Crazy wings.
Crazy wings. Look, if I have to smash 15 skewers, I will.
15.
You watch me. You watch me do that in record time. They've got a photo of him on the wall.
Would you do 25 skewers? Would you do 25 skewers?
We'll do 25 skewers from Crazy Wings, absolutely. Anyway, back to the whiskey at hand.
Yeah. Okay, sure. This virtual tasting is sponsored by Crazy Wings in the Melbourne CBD.
Wait, have we got a sponsorship from Crazy Wings? That's great.
I mean, I'll take one. And Crazy Wings, if you're listening, like, and we don't have one yet, like, give us one because we eat there. Like, just give us free stuff. Awesome.
We're crazy for skewers.
Coconut oil is a great call, Amit.
It is.
By the way, again, just like Adam's cask that we tasted earlier, would you taste this and think, wow, that's really is 64.5%?
No,
that drink's so balanced.
No, and I wouldn't actually probably say it was this young either. Like ABV and age separated out.
Yeah,
it tastes a bit older. It tastes a bit more developed because it's got layers of flavour that often don't develop at 9.
So if you see any peated, I'm going to give people a little tip here. If you see any peated 121s coming through, lightly peated or peated 121s coming through, jump on them because they're not this distillery is not producing peated runs anymore, to the best of my knowledge. All the peated runs now go through their sister site, Lag. Which I can say because we're not drinking, but I'll say Lag. But Lag makes their peated run. And this distillery 121, which I've not said the name of, this island distillery, it's not a region, but this island distillery make a fantastic peated spirit.
And if you go to the location of this distillery on the Isle of Arran, to go to Lag Distillery, which is the distillery that Bailey was talking about that makes the peated run, then
sorry, what's the island called
121? It's the Isle of Arran.
Okay.
Get off the ferry. Okay. You can drive past it on the way to Lag, which is the one we're allowed to say, and you'll pass the distillery that 121.
When driving along the Isle of Arran. Okay.
You're driving along the Isle of Arran.
We've done this before. Where was one of the virtuals recently where we said, "Oh, if you want to taste this whiskey at the distillery, you need to go to the Ardnamurchan Peninsula."
Yes, exactly.
I mean, there's a distillery there. Distillery 149 is there, but You need to go to
You know, it's on the Arctic Peninsula.
Well, it's like I hear one of the new codes we got earlier this year for the Whiskey Wanderers Festival. We had to go to the Isle of Raasay to try it. You know, from the distillery, whichever distillery that might be.
distillery.
Yeah.
Well, I've been to the Isle of Raasay, and it's a lovely little
The island.
the Isle.
The Isle.
The Isle of Raasay.
Okay.
It's lovely. It's a lovely island.
It's a lovely
island. There's not much going on there. They've got one corner shop and one distillery basically, and two nice little restaurants. That's the whole isle.
That distillery, by the way, is called 163.
162.
162. Yes. So my head's still in November our turn. Do we have 4 brand new codes coming in November our turn? 3 or 4?
Couldn't possibly say right now, but
who knows?
Who knows?
Stay tuned for next Friday the 9th.
I did give one away. I'm sorry about that. I talked about the 55 before.
55 is not a new code in.
No, but it's coming in November out turn. You know
that's right. I mean, you can also just follow Whiskey and Almond and check their stories to get a little sneak peek.
That's true.
To get spoiler alerts, you mean? Like, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, don't follow Whiskey and Almond. If you're in Melbourne, go there to get a preview. Brilliant. If you don't want to know, don't look at it.
Don't follow it, yeah.
It's as simple as that, really.
Dave and Carolyn Taylor, thank you for tuning in. Always nice to see you both here, assuming you both are here.
I just want to talk about, very briefly, members,
please.
Throw comments up about this, because Bailey touched on it, about the special nature of these sort of underrated distilleries. But we're drinking a 9-year-old distillery in a profile they would never really do, won't do again, bit of experiment for them. I reckon this is a phenomenal whiskey. This is a very, very good whiskey.
Yeah.
And I think this is like, the layers of it are, you know, obviously the venue loved it, chose it as their bottling, but also society gets this stuff because it's not house style. It's not the DNA of 121 is kind of there, but it's not there because the peating is a bit unique and a bit cool for us. So like, this is that thing where you can buy society because it's a great example of a distillery, or you can buy it because it's something that distillery don't do. And I think this is just like amazingly accessible for a very unique product. I say accessible. You've got to go, you got to go to Queen Street to get it, but like, it's society accessible. That's so good.
Just on the point of this particular, I mean, this is the Queen Street exclusive. I'll just touch on Queen Street briefly. For those who've not been, that's the sort of our flagship city venue in Edinburgh, and it's about 4 or 5 levels of different bars and different experiences on each floor. Great menu, great team. I'm also going to do a shout out to Kyle and Logan, who run the venue over there, and actually, I'm also going to do a shout out to Nick, our group's head chef, who looks after the venue's food program. Like, the food program at the venues has drastically improved in the last 10 months. And that's all down to Nick and his team designing those menus. But I will just touch on the Queen Street real quick. It's sort of, I think Queen Street's now about 20 years old. So we've been there about 20 years. It's got a remarkable history, that building, like all old buildings in Edinburgh that were occupied from the 1500s onwards and things like that. But if it's your first experience to the SMWS, it's probably the best first experience you could hope for is Queen Street. And you can also look at things like the Vaults is also a fantastic first experience. But Vaults to me is the home base, and Queen Street's sort of like I'm just getting into whiskey. I'm discovering what society is. I want to go to the Kaleidoscope bar. I want to try the menu. It's a great venue. It's a big venue. Well, it's a tall venue. Let's put it that way. It's not a big venue. The bar areas in each space aren't particularly huge, but
in fact, actually, that's a really good point. Kaleidoscope on its own is quite a small bar. It's just a lovely way for non-members to access the society. So
Kaleidoscope on its own is smaller than Whiskey and Almond, and Whiskey and Almond's a small bar, so it's a pretty small bar within itself. Just a quick shout out, because if you want the 95.105, scan your screen. There's a QR on your screen.
Yes.
You hover your phone like this.
Scan your screen.
You get it.
Say your press.
That's true. And if you don't have your phone on you, you can also just go to the website, hit the shop page, and it's pretty much right there, top row. Or grab it in the bundle and use the discount code for free shipping. Carpenter's Kitchen at checkout, right there. It's under the use the code part. Valid on 2 or more bottles.
Banger.
Terms and conditions apply.
Sounds good. To
Absolutely.
That is just genuinely so nice because I think I'd probably tried 2 of these before when I was in the UK, and I haven't had that one before, and that is brilliant. So you can't buy that, but well done for getting a ticket to this because that is delicious, and now you've tried it. That is
This sold out, didn't it? This tonight sold out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It sold out instantly.
Immediately. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
hope.
it did. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have many of these packs to go around, as you know. We've only got the bottle and
1 bottle of each.
yeah, 1 bottle of each. And as you probably realize, Matt and myself are literally sharing 10 mils between the 2 of us because we sold an extra pack this time around, and we thought we'll just take the dregs, and it's
Those
enough.
dregs are
Enough
quite limited.
Yeah. Just enough to host everyone, Whereas Alex got a full 30 mil pour.
Yeah, think about that, Alex. You greedy guy. Like
That's how much I'm having, so I'll share it with some people on the street. And I'll leave
I got nothing. Shall we move into the heavily peated realm?
No, let's just call it here.
Move into London.
Ready?
It's just too empty.
Correct.
Can I quickly, just for that last one, because it sprung into my memory. If Mal is listening from one of our ex-Melbourne, now SA members, that is very reminiscent of those, the 112, the 121, sorry, I mean, is reminiscent of those 16s that were very breakfasty. It's got that like breakfast in a Highland Croft, like Womble pie kind of vibes to it. It's got some savoury food. It's got some nice sweetness. It's young and it's bright. So yeah,
I still obsess over that breakfast in a Highland Croft.
Oh, it was delicious.
I'm not gonna. I'm still kicking myself about that one anyway.
So I reckon if you're here as a member who can't get the 121 that obviously this is, and we don't have too many through, keep an eye on lightly peated or whatever, a peated profile 16s, because they have that kind of nice breakfast food savouriness with sweet vibes. So that might be, if you were looking for a alternative, that would be my suggestion. Sorry, Adam, on with heavily peated.
No, that's right. I was just going to say, for those watching along at home, he did manage to actually squeeze out a few extra drops of that one.
I squeezed the bottle.
Squeeze the glass bottle, more whiskey will come out.
It worked.
It did actually work. I'm quite surprised at that. So we are now onto our final whiskey of the evening. This is cask 10.270 vinegar 3 ways. And this was bottled.
Vinegar. So it's off. Throw it out.
Vinegar. Yep. It's not wine. It's not wine. It's not a bottle of wine.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
This is bottled for our Greville Street venue in London. Someone from London is called.
So this is Simone and JP, who lead the London team, have picked this cask out at 10.2C. Vinegar 3 ways, because they know that the members at Greville Street will absolutely relish in something like this. The previous venue exclusive was non-peated for Greville Street, so they wanted something peated this time around, mix things up a bit. And this is, I think, just again a remarkably delicious example. Full maturation in a refill, ex-bourbon hoggy, 11-year-old from Isla.
Can I say, anyone who has been to the UK and gone to some venues and hasn't gone to Greville Street, if you're going to London, you're probably spending a couple of days there. The guys like JP, they'll run an event a couple of times a week. So like just log on to the UK website, check out the events, book a ticket or call them and they'll sort you out if you're an Oz member. But go to an event because, JP's hosting and then the beautiful coterie of a Greville Street event is worth a visit.
That's a really
with a formal event.
Yeah, that's a really good shout. JP, shout out to JP. He's a tremendous host, and that's the best way to put it. He's one of the best whiskey hosts I think I've ever had the pleasure of seeing in action. Simone Malavotta, who looks after the venue as a venue manager, is just got such a tremendous level of hospitality. And now I will just a little tip for anyone because we're drinking venue exclusives, we can talk about the venues a bit. Anyone who is visiting the venues, anyone who makes the trek over to the UK and makes the pilgrimage to our venues, we do recommend booking in ahead of time. Book yourself a table. It's optional for the Edinburgh venues, as in you'll probably be okay. But especially because we're drinking the London Dram now, like you must book in for London.
Yeah.
It's a tiny room from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's a very small
It's nice.
space. It's a very small venue, but a fantastic team, and just right in the Diamond District at Farringdon Station, right there in London.
Go on a Friday because you'll see something which I just think is fantastic, which is everybody in London in all the way up an actual like functional car-laden street just spills out from these bars near Farringdon Station and clogs the whole road to the point of like they have the right of way. So some bloke will be standing there with a pint glass from an unknown pub. It's either that one or that one or that one in the middle of the road going, no, this is just part of the service area. Cars. You honk at me all you want, but I'm drinking my pint till I need to refresh it and I'm going inside to do so. It's amazing. It's like the whole street party every Friday. It's incredible.
And that's like Greville Street meets sort of that road, that Farringdon Road. I don't remember what it's called, but where Greville Street meets Farringdon Road, and that whole road becomes basically a pedestrian thoroughfare. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah,
and you can get a really, really nasty kebab on that street as well. It's good.
A nasty kebab or a very expensive diamond necklace.
If you're in the market for a £500,000 necklace or a £9 kebab,
you mean
and you've just spent £500,000 on a necklace. You're buying a £9 kebab to pay for it.
Exactly. Dave and Carolyn Taylor, Queen Street are generous with their flights.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
The team are very generous over there with their paws and looking after members, especially if they can see you've made the trek from Australia to be there. That they do like looking after you. It happens every day in London, Alex. A very London thing to do. Yeah, depends on the area of London. I mean, if you're in East London, yeah, I guess that would be the way. But if you're in West London, you're getting mowed down. Sorry.
I walked to Greville Street at can't have been a Monday. I think the venue's closed on Monday. It must have been a Tuesday morning. At about whenever they were about to open, and I didn't see that. So Mark must have been festival season when you were there. But I got a lot of banker wankers around that area as well on a 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning.
Jose, good to see you.
Jose,
the boys.
And by the way, for any Melbourneites, we'll see you at Whiskey Abbey next weekend, which is pretty much our favorite festival to be at. 2 long days for us, but the best long days. Like we're so excited. And Whiskey and Element after party on Saturday night with the SMWS highballs. Huge weekend. We'll see you there.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun.
Be great.
Amit. Distillery 10, one of my faves, reminds me of the Wah Wah Boom release. Before my time, I believe. But Matt, Alex.
No, I don't think that was before your time. I think that was more recent than Wah Wah Boom.
That's more recent.
Wah Wah Boom. Amit, do you remember the code? Have you got the code handy there, Amit? Post the code up.
I think it's one of those good examples too. I know we just joked about colour at the start because I like to make a bit of fun about colour, and I'm about to see Derbs hopefully in a couple of days, and I know we'll probably conflict on the old colour thing, but this is one of those things about pale whiskey having unbelievably packed flavours in it. Yeah, and it's just this is an example dram of why colour means absolutely jack all to do with flavour, because you look at that and go, that's bourbon cask for 10 years or whatever it is, like it's pale as pale.
Oh, the colour is correct.
The colour is correct, but also you can have that exact same colour packed with very different flavours, which is why you don't care about it. But that is such good whiskey too.
To answer David and Caroline Taylor's question, has anyone visited the SMWS in Amsterdam? Yes, I have. In fact, I've been to every Amsterdam partner bar. I should say most of the Dutch partner bars as well. But the Amsterdam partner bar that you want to check out definitely is Flying Dutchman.
Absolutely. Yep. Say hello to Alina over there, who came over for a little pop-up of Whiskey and Element earlier this year, a little cocktail pop-up. And
because that was this year, was it?
That was this year. I got a random email, 2 a.m. from you. When you're in the UK, it's like, here, take this, do something with it.
Yeah.
Like, cool, let's rock and roll. And brought over Alina, and it was a fantastic time. Our first real pop-up in Australia in terms of like bringing over an international cocktail guest, really.
Just be the one thing to be aware of with Flying Dutchman, just a little pro tip for you. When you go to the venue, it's upstairs, but you basically got to climb a ladder to get into the venue. And it's one of those really old school sort of like super steep European sort of micro ladders. And if you it's fine going up it. It's like climbing a ladder. But after you've had 3 or 4 cocktails upstairs, you have to actually go back down that ladder.
Is it a ladder that you can slide down?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's like an old rickety wooden ladder, and
Splinters.
you're like, okay, I've got to go back down that hole that's down there. It's like it looks so far away the floor because it's actually got a bit of height, that ladder, and it's quite daunting getting out of that venue. You wouldn't get away with a venue that requires a ladder in Australia.
Absolutely
I
not.
I just love it. Like I love that you can get away with that still in Europe. But it's yeah. Anyway, good old yeah, fantastic.
100%. Like if you haven't been to Amsterdam, it's beautiful because it's got like all the housing is super thin and super tall, and they all have like crane hoists to get furniture up to every floor you can get it to. And this is you may as well ride the crane up to the venue. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I'm not an Amsterdam fan. I love Utrecht and I love The Hague, but Amsterdam for me was like sort of third place.
No,
but
you're
if you go to Amsterdam, go to Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
That's
a recent. Oh, sorry, Matt. That's recent.
That's a recent show.
Yeah, that's recent.
I genuinely do not remember an Australian release Wawa Boom in the last 4 years.
It's 2021, I think, or 2020 or 2021. It's
that was just before.
My
time. What are you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put that there. Sorry.
Is that from Amsterdam? Is that the SMWS? Is that the SMWS robes?
There's the robes.
I
just showed him the robes.
Very nice, very nice. We got to bring them here.
Robes.
So look, this has been an amazing lineup, and I'm so glad that we're going to taste these casks that, like these amazing people that run our venues in the UK, get to pick out. And we otherwise don't get to try these kind of things. And I know we get so many other great whiskies every month through the society, but
the rest of the world's not getting into the Carpenter's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Other than the one bottle that we gave to Jack Chambers to take back to Japan, there's no other bottles going around the world for that one. So
take back to Japan. He totally drank the rest of his Australian holiday. Come on, Jack, that bottle did not make its way back to Japan. Just be real with us, mate.
Wasn't he going on a driving holiday after that event? He had that in the car on the way up to wherever he was going with his mate.
He was done to Sydney, where
fair enough. It was a good friend's wedding. May as well crack open a good whiskey.
Hey, exactly. It is good whiskey, man. It is good whiskey. That is a good choice, Adam.
Watch this. We have to send this part of the video to Jack. Jack, that bottle didn't make its way even to Sydney, did it? It got demolished in the car ride up.
Yeah,
all the way your answer. But yeah, no. As Matt was saying, we wouldn't get to try these otherwise. We get our exclusive. The UK get their exclusives. Obviously, larger. I mean, they've got the full venues, so there's just opportunity for a lot more exclusives there. And different activations. So we're truly lucky, and thank you, Matt, for actually, taking the initiative to bring them over,
making this happen. Yeah. I mean, this is like I said, it was tough because it's just like squeezing 2 of each. But you buy a Gathering bottling, you buy 95.105 or you buy 59.86.
It's 6.
Thank you.
Is it behind us? No, it's not.
But if you get one of the Gathering bottlings or the bundle, you go in the draw to win actually a full set of all of these bottles that we just had tonight.
All 4 of them.
I wish that we weren't running this promotion because I wanted to buy that other set, to be completely honest with you. But look, the fact is, one member is going to win all 4 bottles. I'd say there's with the shipping costs and everything and associated with getting these over here, that's $1,000 prize.
Easy.
Like value-wise, plus
easy.
So like that's $1,000 plus worth of whiskey that we're giving away just by. And you know what? If you don't win, oh no, you've got a Gathering bottling of something really nice to drink at home anyway.
And by the way, it's not like, you just buy one of the bottles, you get an entry. You buy Into the Carpenter's Kitchen, you buy Beneficence of Bees, that's 2 entries right there. You buy the bundle, both of them together, that's still 2 entries right there. So it's a cumulative entries. It's a randomly selected winner. The more entries you have, the better chance you have of actually winning the prize, And you have until the 14th of November to basically throw your hat in the ring and purchase one of the bottles and enter, really.
And actually your odds of winning are actually very good. Because there's 100 bottles left of yours or something. There's 100 bottles left.
There's like 70 of mine. I think about 80 of yours.
Okay, so you've got like a 1 in 150 chance or something of winning that $1,000 plus set of whiskeys. That's way better odds than you'll get out of any lotto. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It'll taste better.
And it'll taste better. Well, I mean, 100 million would taste pretty good if you won the lotto.
You can't drink paper
Or polymer.
or polymer.
But yeah, no, this has been so good. Thanks, Adam, for setting all this up. Thanks, Alex, for being on this ride with us.
Thank you, guys.
And this has been great for me to bring all this in and just share the love and a few venue exclusives plus our gathering bottling in the lineup. It's been great.
Absolutely.
And just a few last minute little housekeeping announcements. Next Friday, the 7th, November Our Turn preview. November Our Turn, as you might have seen in your emails, is going to be a huge bumper Our Turn with 35 new bottles. But unlike previous years, we're releasing them weekly, all the way up until the 12th of December. So it's going to be between 6 and 8 brand new bottles every week. It's going to be huge, and they're going to be going on sale from the 14th of November. We've got this complimentary shipping code until the end of the week, so it'll be Sunday. And yeah, just if you haven't bought a ticket to your local Christmas party, Melbourne and Sydney are selling very fast. I think there's less than 20 left in Melbourne and maybe 15 or so left in Sydney. And for reference there, we've got about 80 packs of both of them. So there's a lot of tickets already gone. Launceston's up. Hobart's going to come up soon. Adelaide will be announced shortly. Perth's going to be announced shortly, and Canberra was just announced yesterday. Drew McKinney has put on an amazing outdoor barbecue. I wish I could go. I might go. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Be so
gourmet barbecue as well. We're talking ribs, brisket, not just like a snag and a.
Now I know why you want to go. That's right.
Drew McKinney has never ever run a bad event. That's a fact. That man can nail events. Go to that.
Yeah, no, Drew.
Oh yeah, no, Drew incredible. And I think up in Brisbane, Scott Mansfield has organised a bloody brilliant Savile Row event, which is again almost sold out. I think we have maybe less than 10 tickets left for that one. Get to your local event, enjoy good whiskey, and we'll see you soon at the next virtual tasting, maybe one heretical night, which is mid-November, and only 5 packs left.
Yeah,
for that. So yeah, we'll see you there.
Rock
Alex,
and roll,
Matt.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, man. And I would say my final comment will be just this: don't write off heresy. That will be an amazing tasting. The fact there are 5 packs left, snap them up, because oh my god, they are so good these days. They've always been kind of interesting, but they are really good whiskey these days. So don't miss that. If it's something you wouldn't normally buy into, it's cool. Single cask, buy some bottles, but don't miss that tasting. Would be my tip.
And it's worth mentioning as well that it's going to be 1 blended malt, 3 single malts, small batch single malts, and 1 single grain. Some truly exciting stuff. One of them 5 PD potion. Matt has literally not shut up about it for like 3 weeks.
He's right.
And I tasted it today, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, be there. And also a little Easter egg for you. Miranda Lidgerwood from Sullivan's Cove will be our special guest for that event. So join in with Matt, Derbs, Lachie, and Miranda. And then you'll see when a November Our Turn gets announced next week, there's another virtual tasting, which you'll see us 3 back again in December. Until then, see you guys soon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks, Amit.
Yeah, and Amit, I think your emoji got turned into words. There, glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. I think that sounds like it's like one of those YouTube emojis that got turned into text,
or it was an AI prompt.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone.
See ya.